it's one of my alter egos. Her name is Fallon.
Fallon.
Yeah.
You got an alter ego.
Well, not anymore, but she's
in the past. Okay.
She's kind of buried right now, but sometimes she occasionally pops up when I get really mad.
What was Fallon up to? What was she doing?
Fallon was in the sex industry.
Okay.
For about 11 years straight. I was an escort in Las Vegas and a stripper.
Okay.
So when you were Fallon, were you like beating people up? Because you sounded pretty ready to beat
Well,
her up.
I used to be a dominance mistress.
No way.
Mm-hmm. Whips and chains and leather.
Were you like whipping like CEOs and stuff?
Yes.
I've heard
they deserved it.
Oh wow.
That's what they wanted. So, I mean, to me, working as a dominance mistress, dominatrix, I enjoyed it way better than turning tricks because I didn't have to have sex.
What was your clientele like? Was it like majority successful dudes? Because I've heard like really successful dudes love hiring dominatrix escorts.
I had a lot of, they call them regulars, and yes, they were CEOs, some of them were lawyers, judges.
Was it mostly like successful, high-powered men, or?
Yes.
Why do you think that is? I'm fascinated by that.
You know, there was one that I remember that I felt super sorry for. He would come to the door dressed in drag. He would wear his mother's lipstick. I'm not kidding you. He had on nylons and a red dress. And then he would tell me it's time to be punished. So I would make him come to the door, and I know some of you might get disgusted with this.
What was his job?
He worked at a big law firm.
Okay.
Oh, he was an attorney. Okay,
yeah.
Got it.
And I would make him come to the door on his knees with the money in his teeth. And I wouldn't let him touch me, ever.
Then would you just like whip him and stuff, or would you
whatever
do?
He wanted.
Spankings.
I mean, I never had to touch him with my hands. It was all tools.
You know, Chase, I think to answer your question, what my hypothesis is, you have these hyper successful men that have to be cutthroat in the business industry, or they're lawyers or whatever it is, and they're constantly having to be dominant in their professional life, and in their personal life, and perhaps in their sexual life. They want to relinquish the burden of having that sort of responsibility and just get fucking domed, I guess. That's my hypothesis.
Just sum it up by calling it
He was
sin.
abused by his mother.
Real. Debased mind of Romans 1.
It could also, I guess, be abuse or something too.
She used to choke him with her pantyhose. It sounds really wicked, right?
What? Good times.
I feel like success, like in and of itself, would not inherently like produce those results. I feel like if somebody maybe comes from like a background of trauma, or they go through something like that, and then maybe they are not properly equipped to deal with the success that they get, or maybe it comes a little bit too fast, or there's various other circumstances, maybe something like that would manifest. But I don't feel like that's an inherent symptom of success.
No, perhaps it could, in some individuals, perhaps who have some, maybe no childhood anything or did whatever, it could, that's what I've heard, I don't know.